I'll continue here. There was no answer over the CB. Yeah. Daniel spoke into the mic. I'm going to continue to my destination. I'll leave. I'll be leaving the door open to reveal my cannon. If it catches the attention of the highway patrol, so be it. Oh, you know something? I think I'll read back a little further. Okay, read back a little further. Daniel looked at the Kenworth behind him and saw that the first Muslim he had shot was sitting in the middle of the road with a shocked expression on his face. Those in the Kenworth then helped him into the truck. While they were helping their fellow jihadi, Daniel quickly grabbed the gun on the road and took the dead jihadi's machine gun. Daniel got back into his truck and nervously picked up the CB mic. He calmed down his shaky hands and warned the jihadis, "Not only do I have 3 handguns in my possession, it looks like I now have an Uzi. Quite illegal for damn sure. You guys are really starting to make me look quite the badass. And very newsworthy. Keep it up. Maybe I'll someday end up with an atom bomb in my truck." There was no answer of the CB. Daniel spoke into the mic. "I'm going to continue to my destination. I'll be leaving the door open to reveal my cannon. If it catches the attention of the highway patrol, so be it. I now have all the video proof I should need to make a whole lot of news and get those CDs activated. If I'm stopped and searched by a cop now." A voice was heard laughing over the CB. "Dreamer, the police work for us now. They won't report that thing to the news, even if you had an atom bomb in your truck. The media works for us now. We bought your media." Daniel started up the truck as laughter came over the CB. He headed the truck down the road to his destination with the Kenworth and SUV following close behind. "What a joke! He thinks that little cannon is going to make him famous," laughed a voice over the CB. Daniel looked in what was left of his mirror and saw that the Kenworth and SUV had stopped. 4 guys could be seen picking up the lifeless bodies of the jihadis who, quote, went forth in Allah's cause, unquote, fulfilling Quran 911 about being killed for Allah. Salih said softly, "We have just signed our death warrants, haven't we?" Daniel thought and said, "Well, it's kind of damned if we did and damned if we didn't. Ever heard the expression, better to be dead than be a slave? If not, do you know anyone who you can room with who won't turn you in for a few $1,000,000? I'm sorry I got you into this mess. Of course, if I don't try to expose Islam, who, pray tell, will? As the expression goes, for evil to prevail, good men have to do nothing. Well, it goes something like that." Minutes later, a lot of noise was heard as chains were striking pavement. Daniel's dispatcher was back on the phone trying to find out why in the hell the truck was parked so long on Highway 6. "Were you building a snowman now, Daniel?" Danny asked Daniel's dispatcher, Desmond, irritated and bored. "No," said Daniel. "Just trying to keep my head from sitting on my ass due to my little hobby of exposing Islam on the side. That's all." Desmond responded with, "Things are bad now. Highway piracy is the daily situation for truckers as people scrunch for food and supplies, Dan. I'm warning you. You will be branded a hater if you blame it on Muslims. It's been that way since the Willis Tower went down. And where do you think you'll be if that happens? Any guess? True, said Daniel, but I have the video proof with me this time. And I'll be setting it up. And I'll be setting up that proof in such a way where it can't be hidden from the Muslim-controlled media. The video camera is the best weapon we have in the war on terror. And as Desmond went on and on, oh yeah, and as Desmond went on and on about how he might have to have Daniel fired for not only being late, but for having Muslims threatening deliveries as well, Daniel and Sally continued to keep an eye on the two vehicles behind them. There was a sound of whispers coming in over the CB in Daniel's cab. "We've got to stop him before a cop stops him," shouted a voice. "He not only has a cannon, he has Hussein's machine gun. Now, from killing Umar ibn Malik and taking it. Oh man, Hussein must be furious. That's what he gets for being nice to Umar. What if his cannon does make news?" said a concerned voice. A voice, unaware of it being broadcast over the CB, said in Arabic, "I haven't given up on the power of Allah to change minds. Why else would Muhammad place so much emphasis on being a jihadi of the pen as well as the sword? We failed at changing the objectionable thing with our hands. I haven't given up trying to change the objectionable thing with the tongue. Okay, so we underestimated his weaponry. Let's concentrate on the words again. Let's concentrate with the tongue. Muhammad, may Allah pray on him and give him blessings, said, quote, "The ink of the scholar is more sacred than the blood of the martyr. Let's keep it that way for now." After hearing the saying of Muhammad about scholar ink being better than martyr blood, the Muslim who came charging out of the SUV and was the first to be shot by Daniel gasped out in English, "The ink of the scholar is more sacred than the blood of the martyr? The ink of the scholar is more sacred than the blood of the martyr?" "Yes, brother." "Well, now you tell me," gasped the agitated and badly wounded Muslim. "Well, now you tell me." Daniel Sully laughed, hoping his dispatcher Bruce heard it. Hoping his dispatcher Desmond heard it, but his dispatcher instead was too busy hearing himself preach the value of being on time. Thinking Desmond had hung up, Daniel looked at Sally and said, "You know, sometimes I think maybe I should let the Muslims saw my head off." Sully laughed. "Oh, who? Yeah. Yeah." Thinking Daniel had hung up, Daniel looked at Sally and said, "You know, sometimes I think maybe I should let the Muslims saw my head off." Sally laughed. "Who are you talking to?" asked Desmond. "Is it a crime to think out loud?" asked Daniel. Desmond hung up. The leading voice from the Kenworth continued in Arabic with, "We need to put more thought into our attack on him with our words. Get the computer ready. Another voice then said nervously in Arabic, we have failed. We have failed in tongue. We have failed in hand and tongue so far, brothers, leaving only our hearts. According to Muhammad, may Allah pray on him, give him blessing. Give him, oh yeah, may Allah pray on him, give him peace. If we fail in both hand and tongue, when trying to change the thing that is objectionable, we are left with only our heart, which to Muhammad, may Allah pray on give him blessing, means we have the weakest form of faith. The weakest form of faith, brothers. And the voice jumped in and asked, really? Does that mean quadriplegics are atheists? They have the weakest form of faith since they can't change anything with their hand, do they not? They can still talk and get someone to change something objectionable, shouted the voice. Suddenly, one said in English, what if no one is around to help them change the objectionable? Are they then atheists, being that they would be that would be the weakest form of faith? Shut up, was the voice over the CB in English. The voice that shouted, shut up, then said in Arabic, you're starting to ask questions like a kafir pig. Are you out of Islam? Are you out of Islam? As the sound of arguing in Arabic and English became more heated, Daniel and Sally looked at each other. Daniel then said into the CB mic, sounds like someone has been watching the videos of Christian Prince 3. You keep up with that kind of questioning and you might join me in my crusade. Shut up, kafir swine, shouted a voice over the CB in English. Another voice then said in English over the CB, Daniel Kabashi, we have seen all your videos. They don't hurt the faith in Islam at all. Really? Really? Said Daniel. So you're... Oh. Really? Asked Daniel. So you're out trying to hunt me down and kill me just for the heck of it? There was silence. Daniel then said, ever heard the expression, you aren't over your target if you aren't taking flak? You know I have Islam in my crossfire. You know I have Islam in my crosshairs now. The voice ignored Daniel's expression and said, you failed terribly in spreading confusion on Islam by bringing in your stupid and naive church clerical logic. A simple comparison is so difficult for your dumb brain to understand. Daniel looked at Sally and said, they aren't as friendly now. Well, we did send 2 of them to a paradise with 72 mile-wide virgin patooties. I guess that would make them hate us more.